Nothing says fun like having a timer, does it? I might come up here just to be fancy. We've been sitting down for a little bit. Get this right. Do you want to stand up? What? What's that about? And maybe just imagine that you're collecting some of your favourite fruit from a tree above you. So for me, it might be grapes or something like that. Just gather that fruit. Just gather as much as you like, and you can reach up for the best bits, always highest, aren't they? And you can take it down, and then when you've got it, you can just think what you'd really like to do with this fruit. So you can keep it, steal it. I might just smear it all over myself, but you do with it whatever you like. You're free. You do it. You can take it away, keep it, put it in your bag, eat it. Excellent, great. And then if you want to turn to someone who you don't know, give them a little high five and say hi. All right, great. Oh, more high-fiving going on. Great, lovely. You sit yourself down if you like. I want to make the case for play as an important thing. I gave this talk, similar talk, a little while ago at Sunday Assembly, and they like to have slides, so I started to look up some pictures that I could use. So I typed into Google, I wrote up play, and I just got loads of pictures of children playing, because that's what people associate with it. And I thought, well, that's not really right, because I want to talk about grown-ups playing, because we're the ones that forget. So then I typed in adult play, and that was just not right at all. So we've gone with no images for this one. But I remember when I was at school, I went to a really relaxed kind of primary school, but then a very hard-working grammar school after that. And my first day, the teacher had given us an introduction to the school and what was going to happen. Then he said, is there any questions? A little brave 11-year-old me, I put up my hand and I said, yes. And he said, yes, what is it? And I said, when's playtime? Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what happened. He said, it's 11 o'clock, but I think you'll find that here we call it break. I was like, oh, okay. School has probably started now. Fast forward maybe 7 or 8 years to being an 18-year-old. I was looking forward to going to the pub for the first time with my friend, Carl. These are all true stories, by the way. And I wanted to be good. I wanted us to go out, but there's only two of us. And I thought, what are we going to do? We're going to be sitting. I didn't really know how to do going to the pub with a friend because I'd never done it before. I was getting quite nervous about it. So I decided the thing to do to avoid any embarrassment was to make a list of interesting topics of conversation that I could keep in my back pocket just in case we ran out. I think that was the difference for me of 7 years of grammar school, and that's what I learned. But the conversation idea I find interesting because a good conversation is one where we surprise ourselves, where we find things out, we discover things we didn't know that we were going to find out. It takes an unexpected turn. And it's an example of how we still, as adults, still remember a little bit how to play. But a lot of it tends to get school out of us. We tend to get left with our lives very planned, very structured. I have nothing against plans, but a plan is a great way to get something that you already know. So if I want to get my shopping done, it's great. I know what's in the supermarket. I can make a list. I can go and get it and bring it back. Great way to get my shopping done. Play helps us discover things that we didn't know even existed. It helps us surprise ourselves. It helps us make scientific breakthroughs. It helps us connect in an open and joyful way with other people. I think this is why we like going on holiday, because when we're in our normal lives, they tend to be quite structured and quite ordered, but then when we go on holiday, suddenly we're taken into this world of exploration and possibility, and we don't know what's going to happen. And we have the pleasure of exploring it. I like the engineering term of play in the system. You know, when engineers make a machine, play in the system is the amount by which the cogs and gears can deviate from being hard locked into each other, the amount by which they wobble a bit. And as children, we have loads of play in the system, don't we? We feel like we can do anything. Then gradually over time, as we begin to make rules for ourselves and things we ought to do, we ought to meditate, we ought to do this, we ought to be this kind of person, or that kind of person, we ought not to do this, not to do this other thing. Gradually, our lives can get a bit smaller and a bit safer, and we avoid these edges of all the things that we've told ourselves we shouldn't be doing. And play can be a great opportunity to just stretch those out a bit again, to rediscover those parts of ourselves that we might have forgotten, and to reintroduce a little bit more play back into the system. So, we're going to play a game. So, right, exactly, yeah. So first thing I'd like you to do is to notice what reaction you had when I said that, right? Now, some of you are like, oh, brilliant, we're going to play a game. Some of you are like, oh my God, kill me now. Like, don't make me play a game. So if that's you, first of all, I love you. You're my people. I spend most of my life feeling the same way. And secondly, you might just notice, well, if is that a pattern for you, that's how you feel around unstructured environments, and where else that might show up in your life. This is going to be very easy. And the great thing about play is it doesn't matter. You can get it wrong. There are no stakes at all to this. I'm going to explain it, and then you can do it. So it's going to be two people. I have my partner Sophie has very kindly agreed to help me demonstrate. See how delighted she is to do this. Are you okay? Yeah? You okay up here? Or? Yeah? Okay, cool. So it's very easy. So it's two people. Person A, person B. I'm going to give Sophie a thing. I don't have to know what it is. I'm just going to give it to her. She's going to name what it is. She doesn't. Whatever she says is true. And then I'm going to justify why I've got her this present. I genuinely don't know what she's going to say. So, okay, so I can mime it a little bit how I want. There you go. Oh, Sophie, happy birthday. I've got you this.
Oh, thank you for this jar of Marmite.
Yes, I got it for you because I thought our life together was too sweet. And I needed to add a bit more salt to it. Yeah, thank you, Sophie. Right. So that's the idea, right? Person A, oh, hey, I've got you this. Person B, you just say any object. You can't get this wrong. It's an elephant, it's a toothpick. Doesn't matter, you just say what it is. Person A, just the interesting bit. Now justify why you bought them this present. Is that clear what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Give it another yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I like it. Okay, so on the find a partner, do it one way, reverse, and then find someone else until I say stop. Yeah, we're up. Stand up. Yeah, let's do it. Stand up, stand up. You cannot get this wrong. Okay, do you want to wrap that up? You were amazing. I could hear that. That was amazing. So, it's a fun thing, but it can also bring stuff up for people. Like, just for example, who found it challenging, like a difficult thing to do? The shy people are too shy to put their hands up. That was a stupid That was a stupid question, Andrew. There we go. It can be. It's a fun thing, but it can also be a way to explore, like how we feel about being safe, how we feel about opening up, how we feel about not being in control, how we feel about other people seeing us when we don't know what's going on. Would anyone like to throw in a comment or anything about it? We're going to have questions later, but just like a quick comment on your experience.
I found it really uplifting.
Yeah?
I didn't realise how much it would take that level up
Right.
as much as it did. It's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, genuinely, I like a tummy laugh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
I have a 7-year-old. I totally resonate what you were saying.
Yeah.
There's so much space for fun in school.
Yeah.
And she recognises that as she goes up through the years, she's only going to year 3, that the fun bit is going to disappear, even at kind of age 7 or 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I suppose my message is the fun bit doesn't have to end. Like our system maybe encourages it to end, but we can deliberately reintroduce it, and we can use it to save the planet. If we can, the more we can source joy and connection from inside ourselves, the less vulnerable we are to advertisers trying to tell us to look for it elsewhere by buying stuff that we don't need. It can be a wonderful thing. So I'm going to finish there. Thank you very much.